Hey everybody, it is Candace Adewale of the Loving You Lifestyle, and I am back with another video. How is everybody feeling? I really want to hear from you all about the way you are feeling. I am still in Istanbul, Turkey. We are under quarantine at this point, and I will not be able to leave probably until the end of April at this point. Fingers crossed. I think the Turkish government is doing a really great job at trying to be very proactive with this, containing this thing. And I hope that all of you are taking this very seriously and taking the quarantine seriously and staying inside. I will admit, like in the beginning, I wasn't taking it too seriously, but I started taking it seriously when I started talking to my friends back in Italy, and they are, confirming the reports. And some people have lost like five, six family members. So I really want you all to stay safe and encourage you all to practice social distancing as much as you possibly can. I personally am still going out for groceries and like if I need to go to the pharmacy or something like that, but only when necessary. But what I really realize is that because like the entire planet right now is under quarantine in most places, it's put a damper on people's love lives. And a lot of people are feeling really isolated. I know for myself, I actually had a couple of emotional breakdowns because I just felt so alone. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you all who know me, you all know, like, I'm not one of those women that are just going to say, like, I don't need a man. I mean, I'm not by no means desperate, but, you come to a point where you're just like, oh my goodness, like, this situation, we don't know when it's going to end. And, I was actively dating and really hoping to find and meet somebody special. So I realized, like, okay, I'm gonna have to get really creative about this thing. And so I want to pass out some of the tips of what I am doing to still meet guys, high quality guys, um, during the quarantine and stay dust free. So, number one is grocery store dates. Is to have grocery store dates, meetup dates. You're gonna have to go to the grocery store any darn way. So you may as well just, meet up with guys at the grocery store. And before I go to explain this further, how this works, I want credit for this of the person that thought of this because I posted this in a Level Up group along with some pictures of the gentleman that I kind of snuck and took pictures of him while he was paying for my groceries. And now I notice like a couple of other women are talking about grocery store dates, but it was my idea first. Yes, I'm being petty, and yes, I want my credit. So, I had met this guy on Tinder, and and he was talking about, well, we can't go anywhere because they close all the cafes, restaurants, etc. So I was like, well, what do you think about meeting me at the grocery store and, you know, purchasing groceries in lieu of dinner? And we that's a place that we're permitted to go and we can get to know each other. And, I do need some things. He's like, that's perfect. Absolutely. I'd be happy to meet you up at the grocery store and get you whatever you need. So it was really cool. We got to the grocery store, and of course in Istanbul, I don't know where the big grocery stores are, so he knew exactly where they were. So um, he let me get whatever I wanted, and I am a vegetarian, and so and I eat organic products. So organic food or products, they're kind of pricey. Some of them can be kind of pricey. Not, I mean, here in Istanbul, they're not terribly pricey for me, but I know for a person making Turkish lira, like it's not the most cost effective thing. So, anyways, but he was happy to meet me and pay for my groceries. I mean, he just had his chest stuck out like, I'm taking care of this woman. Like, it was so wonderful. So, he brought me like a week a week's worth of groceries and bottled water. And we really got a chance to talk to each other. And I kind of liked it, honestly, because it was I think because of this situation, a lot of the pretentiousness that happens on your normal first dates was like way down. And we were able to really just kind of talk about how we were feeling about this whole thing and really get to know each other. And we also got a chance to learn a little bit more about each other based off of our food choices and the foods that we were choosing and our lifestyles and things like that. So it was really cool. So, yes, grocery store dates are acceptable during the coronavirus quarantines because you have to go to the grocery store anyways. So, number two is virtual dinner dates. So, I have done two virtual dinner dates with gentlemen that I've met on a couple of the apps. So how the virtual dinner date works is that the gentleman will order food from maybe an app like Uber Eats. They have something similar to Uber Eats here in Istanbul, but wherever you find yourself on the planet, if they have food app delivery service near you, you can utilize that. Have him to order food and have it delivered to you. Of course, you're still going to get dressed up and look pretty and all those things. And then you can have dinner dates virtually by using FaceTime, by using WhatsApp. Perhaps you even want to use Zoom or Facebook Messenger or whatever, but you're just going to have like a video virtual dinner date. He's going to have his food, you're going to have yours, and you just have dinner. So I think that's a really cool way because by absolutely no means are we going to let guys get away with being cheap during this time. And we know like a lot of guys who are going to try to do that, but no. When there is a will, there is definitely a way. Number three, virtual meetups and wine sips. So I am part of this international networking group that has meetups all the time, like in-person meetups. And of course, all of the activities have either been canceled or had to be postponed until further notice. And so what's happening is that in a lot of these spaces, people are creating online virtual meetups and wine sips and online dance parties, which I'll admit that kind of sounds a little corny to me, but I might do one just to see how I feel. Um, but go to those virtual hangouts and make sure to look your best and wear something that makes you really stand out and look really pretty. I find that a lot of people are neglecting their self-care just because they're at home. Like you don't have to look bummy just because you're in the house. You can still look cute. And so definitely when you do the virtual meetups and things like that, you want to make sure to look nice the same way that you would if you were going to be in person. Number four, make sure to ask your suitors for help. Um, Perhaps you have things that you need, essentials that you need. Now's the time to be sort of like that damsel in distress and, make sure that he he's stepping up for you. Perhaps getting Amazon gift cards for supplies like toilet paper, hand sanitizer, etc. And like I said, don't let men be lazy during this time. This is like the optimal time to see what men are made of during this time because men, especially if they're high in their masculinity, they should naturally desire to take care of you as a woman if you're important to him. So, yes, don't let men be lazy during this time. Number six, try virtual speed dating. So, there are people that are, excuse me, and of course, all know I have sarcoidosis, so I'm coughing anyways, which is horrible. So people are scared of me anyways when I cough. They're like, "Oh crap," and I'm like, "Oh, why do I have to have a condition that includes coughing?" Anyways, so yeah, virtual speed dating. Um, you can try it yourself or see if anyone is organizing it. I have not seen any virtual speed dating, excuse me, events, but just look around and see because there are other people that are getting really creative like this. And I think that would be a really cool idea. So, calling on any matchmakers that do speed dating events to maybe, if you want to reach out to me and organize a virtual speed dating event, like I'm totally here for that. Um, but yes, um, see about doing that. Now is the time also, and this is kind of like number 7, to tweak your online dating profile. Make sure that it's fresh, that it's um, new, that you're able to attract the kinds of men that you want because more men are at home now, more men are working from home, and so you're going to be in front of a higher number of people, which is really good. Like on my Tinder, I went from about 5 or 6,000 likes or swipes to about almost 9,000 swipes. So a significant amount of men are viewing me at this point. And so I'm just maximizing the moment. And I've met a couple of really nice guys that, like I'm just like, okay, he seems to really have something going on for himself and he seems nice. So, there are a few new guys that are included in my circle right now. Okay, so number 8, make sure to stay in your feminine and lean back. Don't let boredom pull you into being a bugaboo, into doing a lot of calling, into becoming overly needy, or what I call being um, like a negative type of needy. You don't want to be clingy and or any of those things. So just make sure that you're still staying your feminine, that you're allowing the space for the man to step up for you, to call, that you're not getting on his nerves. This is a very stressful time for a lot of men, ladies. I mean, some men may lose their jobs, and so, or they don't know, especially men who are highly masculine and they want to take care of things. This is very stressful and uncertain time for them. So you definitely want to be in your juicy feminine energy. You want to make sure to be sensual because men right now are going to need our femininity and need our sensuality to really have something positive to um, I guess turn their minds away from all of the concerns of this situation and the economic repercussions of this situation. And don't ever underestimate the power of your femininity, especially during a time like this. So, making sure to show a masculine appreciation, making sure to, when they do step up for you, really, really showing that appreciation um, is going to be very, very, very important during this time. And, I want to just make a little bit of commentary because, I made a comment in one of the private circles that I'm a part of about how your Gucci bags and your wigs and your expensive dresses and things like that are not going to really save you during this time. And I know that you may have heard that you don't bring anything to the table. And while I sort of understand where that's coming from to a certain extent, please understand that what you do contribute as a woman from your place of authentic femininity is valuable, and you should be bringing that to the table along with other skills. Your, like I said, your Gucci bags and your wigs aren't going to save you right now, and the man who has the bag right now might very well lose it. that could possibly happen. So I'm not saying by any means, I don't want anybody to interpret that as to say that you need to start paying for things. No, that's not the case. Or that you need to start getting into masculine mode and doing, but you need to fall deeply into your feminine, and you need to understand how to step up in your feminine to be the type of man, excuse me, to be the type of woman that is highly attractive to an alpha male at this time. So if you don't, then you can check my inbox of course. I'm sorry, the information box. I'm gonna leave a few links that um, you can use to gain access to some of the resources that can help you to gain those skills during this time. So, and like I said, make sure to just really, and I guess this is like number 9, number 10 at this point, self-care. I mean, we do self-care Sunday every week in my private circles that I belong to. And I think right now is like the perfect time to really, you know, take care of yourself. And one of my guy friends, he reminded me to sit in my queen energy. And he just had me bawling because like he called me this week, just like, hey Candace, I just want to see if you have enough food. Are you okay? Please understand that I am representing the masculine and I'm standing in the gap and standing strong for you. And I mean, just be open to receive all of that masculine energy. My God, like you need it so badly in your life. And I know for me, I am so appreciative of the divine masculine energy and what it means in my life and what it does for me. I mean, so I think that's one of the biggest things that you can do right now is just be in the place of receiving that energy. Fall back, open your heart, be willing to go with the flow, and just stay, like I said, high value during this time, and don't accept, substandard treatment just because we're under a quarantine. I mean, if you're going to be entertaining any gentlemen, um, just make sure that they are stepping up and still showing that they can be a provider and that they're high quality. So, anyways, I just wanted to bring that to you all's attention of how you all can date and stay dust free during the coronavirus. Of course, no Netflix, no virtual Netflix dates and chilling. Like, okay, unless he's going to provide you with, a nice dinner while you all are doing maybe like a virtual hangout, watching the same movie together. I think that could be an acceptable Netflix date, quote unquote. But um, yeah, just watching Netflix alone, no, that's not going to be a good idea for a high quality woman that's trying to stay feminine and really date seriously. So, anyways, like I said, I hope this video has been helpful. These tips have been helpful. I love to hear your comments about this situation, how you're feeling, how you're handling dating yourself during this time. What are your concerns as we move forward into this? And I truly, truly hope that this situation can come under control very, very soon. Because, like all of you, I would like to move into what's going to be the new normal, and the weather is going to be getting nicer very soon. So, yeah, I really hope that they can get this situation under control quickly. You all take care. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and stay blissfully feminine. Ciao.